Hey guys, welcome back to Interesting Video on Wild Rift. So Zira back with a Lucian updated complete guide. But of course, before we get into it, don't forget to check out his basic guide for his skills, leveling order, tips and tricks, as well as some combos that I will put up in the cards above for your easy reference. So let's jump straight into the build. So first up, of course, we have the Gluttonous Greaves for the Omnivamp and the AD. Then we go into the Bloodthirster first item, of course, for the huge amounts of AD as well as physical vamp. And then we're going back to the Solari Charge Blade, which of course gives you that magic damage profile, as well as of course getting you that extra burst after all your ability casts. You could swap this out for Magnetic Blaster if you prefer. And then we go for Infinity Edge for the AD, as well as increasing crit damage. And finally, we have the Moral Reminder for the Armor Pen and the Grievous Wounds. The last item is pretty flexible. You can of course go for defensive options such as the Maw. Where is it? Here you go, like Maw. More offensive options like Triforce, for example. But something that I think is pretty popular now is actually Black Cleaver, because Black Cleaver of course did just get the buff, and it's really easy to shred armor because it stacks 4 times now. And Lucian is stacks this very easily with his double auto attacks, so you can of course go for Black Cleaver. Also makes you more tanky and gives you more ability haste. For the runes, we of course have PTA, which is basically Lucian's main and only like rune that he takes. Of course, First Strike is an option, but you know, PTA is just the best because you can of course increase damage, single target damage to the person you're bursting down and just kill him. And then we have Brutal because you auto attack quite a bit. You have Giant Slayer against tanks. You could go for Coup de Grace against squishies, and I like to go for Bloodline for the extra healing and Bone Plating for the defensive stats. Finally, for the spells, we go for Flash together with Exhaust, of course, because Lucian is a short-range ADC that likes to duel. So with all that said, let's hop into the gameplay. Okay, so hopping into the gameplay, of course, as usual, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Any questions, queries, or remarks, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I'll of course be sure to address them. So definitely don't think Lucian is as strong as he once was a few patches ago. Honestly, ever since the Ruin IE was gone, Lucian has never really been, that strong. I think he's decent. I think you would say. I think he's decent, but I don't think he's really like top tier. He is, however, really strong early game, and he does of course have a really strong burst rotation. So definitely not to be underestimated, especially by those more late game champions. Now this matchup is a little bit hard because Maokai has a pretty decent engage range, so if we get too close we risk getting engaged on by Maokai. And Xayah of course has the feathers, so if she lays down the feathers we can basically never really dash forward because she's just gonna root us. So a little bit of a tough matchup here. But we do have a Nami with us, which of course helps to enhance our damage when the Nami puts the E onto us. So we do have that to play around with. Now we are content to basically just farm CS and things like that. We don't necessarily have to kill them in the lane. Of course, if we could, that would be good. Here, Maokai gets caught, and we get off a very, very good trade. Maokai actually re-engages in, which I'm not sure why he did that, but Nami takes a lot of damage from the root and tries to extend the trade, but basically making the trade relatively even because now Nami is really, really low, and so is Maokai. Nami gets engaged on, pushed back by Maokai, and Nami actually goes down, which is a tad unfortunate. I'm forced to flash away. I'm actually going to pick up the fruit as my jungler comes in. Probably gets the kill onto Vi, she does, and now we're going to go on to Maokai. She gets the kill onto Maokai as well, and Vi picks up 2 quick kills. So overall, I do get 2 assists, so that's fine by me, and of course I did survive as well. So overall, a pretty nice situation. Enemy bot lane blew all their sums as well. I still have my exhaust, so we are at a small advantage in terms of that. Now, of course, if we take a look at the items, me and Xayah have the same amount of items, but of course, Maokai, who got the kill, is gonna get the extra Glacial Shroud over Nami, who only has an Amp Tome. Now, Vi actually ganks mid and gets another double kill, so 4 kills for Vi within 2 minutes. Pretty insane. Spam ganking there. So here I'm watching out for the feathers. As I say that, we do get rooted, but yeah. So definitely always have to pay attention to where the feathers are. You can see we basically already lost the trade just from taking the feather damage, which is one of the reasons why it's pretty annoying to play against Xayah. I do think Xayah is actually really strong in the current meta, funnily enough. And definitely, I've been playing quite a bit of Xayah. We'll eventually make a Xayah video, but yeah, Xayah is pretty strong right now. So here Vi is coming in for another gank. tries to go in onto the Xayah. Xayah is forced to ult, so either way, even though it's not really a kill or anything like that, we did force out Xayah's ult, so that's pretty big. Lucian now coming in for the gank. I exhaust him, and he's overextended. He goes down. Vi gets another kill. And another one, another double kill from Vi. 3-man ulti goes in from Yone, and he shuts down the Vi at long last. So here we have the sweeper, not very helpful for us personally, so we're just gonna pop it and see if there's any ward in the bush. We actually spot the a champion in the, not a champion, but the Maokai sapling in the bush there, so I guess it got some value. But yeah, so Vi picks up 6 kills within like 3 minutes and did eventually get shut down by Yone, which I guess is not too. Yone is the top laner, by the way, so he went all the way across the map to join that fight, which is pretty insane. On the other hand though, he is against a kill, so he should be able to easily get priority and then make that rotation. So here Nami goes for the wave onto the Xayah. Xayah is in a lot of trouble, gets bubbled, eventually does of course end up dying, way too overextended, you know, with the Glacial of Nami as well, no real escape for her. And we are able to pick up that kill. So finally we get our first kill of the game, 1-0-4, pretty nice scoreline. Here we're just getting a little bit of chip damage onto the Maokai. We actually ult him down, and if we hit every single part of the ult, we might be able to kill him, but that's way too ambitious for that to really happen. Really difficult to hit like literally every shot of a Lucian ult. So here we're trying to crash the wave in, which we are gonna be able to do eventually like so. And then we can maybe look for a reset off of the minion goal and the goal we got from killing Xayah as well. So here we get back, we basically pick up majority of our components for our Bloodthirster, and now we can hit back to lane. Dragon and Herald of course have just spawned, and Vi is pinging that she's on her way, I suppose, to the Dragon. Unfortunately the minion wave is crashing under my tower, so I don't really want to miss that goal and XP, so I'm going to have to quickly clear it out. And now we're going to rotate over to the Dragon. Now the enemy jungler, who is Lucian, is over there. You can see he actually hit Q onto the Dragon. Control ward comes over, really dangerous. Nice body block from the Galio on the Lucian Q. Vi ults over the wall into the Galio. I'll dash into the wall, so I'm going to have to actually flash over. Big mechanical misplay from me, but eventually it should be fine. Nice kick by Lucian, hits 3 people. I sidestep the Yone ulti, but I do get rooted, and I do of course end up dying eventually. Nami is in trouble as well, does end up going down likewise, and the enemy team loses the Dragon but cleans up majority of my team after the fight. So not really the best situation here, but personally we are doing pretty decent. 4.5k gold, pretty much in line with everybody else on the enemy team. Of course we do have Vi and Yone, who are both particularly fed. Yone of course off the shutdown, as well as having 3 kills of his own, and Vi from getting all of those kills. Vi gets the Gorilla Turret though, and that's again gonna give our team an even bigger advantage. Wave goes in by Nami, but only really hits Maokai. Bubble goes wide. Not really able to take advantage of the CC here. Appears that Xayah might have backed. It looks like it's just Maokai alone here. Xayah is actually right there behind him. But Xayah has used the pull, so no Blade Caller for the next couple of seconds. But of course we don't really have a really good opportunity to really go in. Our tower is really low, and you can see that they really want to get this tower, which if I were them, it would be the same for me. But you know, they're kind of just staying in the lane for a long while and not really recalling as a result. Here Xayah pulls back the feathers once again, which of course means she doesn't have it again. Xayah gets caught and exhausts me, but we're gonna go all in on her. We ult her down and we do get the kill with the gank from the kill as well from across the map apparently. And of course with the help of Vi and the Gorilla Turret, Kill was able to take down the enemy tower, which means that she can now rotate up here and we can try to get some tower plates, as I say that the tower plates fall, but we can try to get the tower, I guess. Lucian comes in, hits the Q onto me, nice 2-man bubble from the Nami, and I hit a nice Q as well. Both of them are 1 HP, but unfortunately because of that slow from the Glacial of Maokai, I'm not able to finish the kill. Kaisa now comes in from the side, I exhaust her. We go back in on her, and as a 3-man unit, we finish her off at the cost of Kale. Unfortunately, so Kale took the fall on that one. But, yeah, we do end up getting the kill, trade kill onto Kai'Sa. Now, Kale should have used her barrier there. She had barrier up, but she didn't pop it, so could have survived actually. But, yeah, a little bit unfortunate there from the Kale. But here we pick up our first item, which is, of course, our Bloodthirster. And here we are headed back to the lane, to clear the wave. And the enemy team has gotten the tower, after we had reset. And they're hiding in the bush, which we clearly can see because of the ward in the bush. Not too much to do here. A lot of enemy teams team members are around here. We saw Yone take the Hex Gate up there, and Kai'Sa was in mid hovering towards the Dragonside River. So we don't want to really mess around when there are so many potential enemies that are going to go on us. So here we're heading to mid. Basically it's now a little bit of an ARAM at the moment. No objectives are up. Dragon coming up in 40 seconds. And I accidentally hit the blast plant to smack Nami away, so whoops. But we are going to the top to catch these waves to make sure they don't die to the tower and the gold will not be wasted. Now we're going to rotate over where Yone is super duper overextended. Lucian gets engaged on us, though kicks us into danger, but the Nami wave is basically able to CC the enemy so they cannot actually follow up on me. Kill even ults me, which I didn't think was necessary because of Nami CC, but I do appreciate the sentiment from the Kale to give me her ult. And eventually we're able to more or less run the enemy down. Lucian tries to hit another Q. I'm gonna just dodge out the way. And we should be able to pick up this dragon, but of course Lucian is one of those champions that can steal objectives pretty easily, so we do have to of course look out for that one. Ward over the wall reveals Lucian, of course getting ready to steal. Tries to go in, is not able to do so, but is able to hop back out instantly afterwards, so we don't get a free kill on him. And everyone's resetting. I'm trying to go to mid lane to pick up the farm, but Galio just comes right over and picks up the farm as well. Now we have enough for Charge Blade, so we're going to pick up our Charge Blade and hit back out. 2-item Power Spike now. And we're not really ahead of the curve, because if you look at the rest of the map, everybody has like about the same goal as me on the enemy team at least. And on my team, Vi has like 2k goal up on me. Vi of course is the most fed member in the entire game. But unfortunately Vi is not really a very good carry, right? She's kind of more like the team's engaged, and she's pretty tanky. Does do a decent amount of damage though. But you wouldn't really describe Vi as a carry. So it's not really the champion you want all of your goal on, but that's kind of just what happened. Because Vi took all the kills in the early game. So here again, a little bit of a mini ARAM. I'm going to pick up the red buff here. And see if we can find an opportunity. I'm going to go to the part where I won't get rooted. Lucian hops in. I'm going to quickly finish him off. Maokai pops the Gargoyles, eventually does die. I'm going to pop the ulti to blast down basically everybody else that's left. Now, Yone and Kai'Sa are both on different sides. Yone tries to go in with the ulti. I'm going to dash out the way. Kai'Sa ults in, and I'm going to go for Yone, kill him. And Kai'Sa is now trying to run for the hills. We're not going to allow that. We're going to kill her as well, picking up the double. And yeah, that was a little bit of a weird situation because my team couldn't really decide which way to commit. And eventually Yone was the one that engaged, and Kai'Sa just came in off her own accord, and we're able to basically just kill both of them. Not sure why they would choose to willingly take a 2v4. But we did manage to capitalize and get the kill on both of them. Now here Lucian, I'm not sure what he's doing as well. He goes in by himself and we're able to kill him. Now Maokai and Xayah are again going in by themselves. Nice bubble by Nami gets CCs all of them, and we're able to kill both of them. Yone now goes in 1v3, but again Kill gets a triple and I'm able to actually barely survive. And yeah, the enemy team basically just... Oh, honestly, they basically just lost the game right there because they all died and then they all respawned and all died again without us even resetting. And now we're going to go for Baron, which are probably going to get for free here. And this probably means that we get Baron, we reset, probably get a full item, honestly, and we can just run down mid and probably just end the game. So I'm really close to IE, I believe, which is why I'm actually not resetting, and I'm actually trying to get that last little bit of goal I need for IE. This wave should be enough to do it. Yeah, there we go. Baron recall really quick. Reset here. Yep, there we go. IE is completed. And we can now head back out to the lane and maybe follow the T-Hex and get the win, hopefully. So here again, just stopping by to pick up the blue buff. Of course, blue buff is insane on Lucian because of the cooldowns, and also Lucian uses a lot of mana. Vi's in a really nice flanking position, but she's engaging onto Maokai, which is not the most valuable target. Either way, we can only hit him with the ulti, so we're just going to ult him down. He's 1 HP. He's really tanky though. He takes very little damage from me, but eventually Vi gets the kill onto him. And now we're going to go and siege the mid lane. Inhibitor Vi goes in with the Q flash, kills Kai'Sa. Only Xayah and Yone are left, and there's not too much that they can do. Here I'm watching out for the feathers. Xayah dies to the T-Hex, I believe. Actually dies to the kill. And here the enemy team basically is done for. We're just going to end the game right here. Kill ult for fun, Yone goes down, and we end the game. So I'm going to leave you guys with the stats as usual. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and goodbye.